Hi, this is Carissa with CCC Solutions, showing you how to use the form editor to rearrange perhaps or drag in a field that you just created or edit a form in any one module. So let's go ahead and go into the admin panel here. So you're going to have to click on that. You'll come to this menu right here. And you're going to scroll down to X2 Studio Customization Tools. Now, little caveat is to be able to edit a form, you need to make sure that you have admin access in your login. If not, you'll have to request it from your administrator. So go ahead and click on Form Editor really quick. And we're going to go ahead and choose the model. We're going to just try contacts right now, okay? All right, so under contacts. Now, there are a couple of different versions. So this refers to all the modules that have fields that you can actually rearrange, and there's ample one of them. The version just basically says, what version are you looking at? Is it a form? The form literally means that it's both for edit and for viewing purposes only, and I'll try and explain that a little later. View literally just is a form that you view, you don't edit, like you don't do a mass load of edit. And let me just explain that really quick. So I'm going to expand on that. So if you go to, let's say, a module, and you hit Create Contact, you go to a page called Create a Contact. This is called the form. Right, this is where you fill up stuff en masse, and then you would hit create. Once you're in the create, and I'll show you, I'm not going to create a new one, but let's just go to an existing one of these. We're going to go to an existing form here. Just choose one of these suckers here. Now, when you go, this literally is the view format. This is a view page, and that's what this down here means, view, right? You can actually make this, you can make the formatting default a certain way. So I won't get too detailed into it. For more information, you can actually talk to your administrator, or anyone of the support team can help you as well. But that's literally what this is view. So in this format, you can't edit stuff unless you click on this pencil on page button right here, the edit contact. Then you go into what we call the form view. Right, so this is the form view. So hopefully that kind of helps clear things up a little bit for you and what you're looking at. And I usually would advise, unless you have multiple scenarios and many different departments that you're looking into, I would just advise on using one form and making both the default. That means what you see when you're editing is also what you'll see when everything's saved and you're just viewing a form. It makes it a lot easier at face value, especially if you don't have a lot of fields that you need to work with. And then again, so like we don't need an inline view. Inline view just means only one single column, everything is in one row. You'll notice that's different. I'm going to uncheck that and hit save so that it doesn't confuse all the users. So now there's only one default view. Boom, there you go. And really, just so you know, the inline view is really if you're on a mobile platform, let's say you're on your iPhone or an iPad, or if you're using, let's say, an Android and so on and so forth. But honestly, let's just keep it to form. Now, a couple of things here you can do. You can actually make new forms. Let's say you're trying to create different types of forms for different purposes. Once you're done creating them, then you can make them default once you're ready, you know. So it's really, really cool like that. You can even preview the form so that it'll look kind of like this. And you can add rows and you can add collapsible rows. Now, let's talk a little bit about these sections. Add row just means add a row that cannot be collapsed. So this row right here, right, this horizontal row has a name, and you can create columns within said row. Now, this row is not collapsible because there is no negative sign in front of it. So whereas the rest of these do. And collapsibles are really cool if you need to hide information that you don't always need to see. So you can kind of do that. All right. So I would always advise you to use a collapsible whenever possible, except for the first bit of information. And now you can actually edit how you want the header names to appear. Basically, just hit rename and then you type in your name. Another cool thing you could do is create columns. So you have renaming, and you could create columns. I'll show you. I think you can actually create quite a few columns here. And I don't think you really would want to do too many of those because they actually do clutter up the form instead, but that's really, really cool. Now, another thing that basically you can do here is rearrange. So if you drag from the field list here, you can actually rearrange some stuff. And you can grab different fields, rearrange them a certain way across the form. I will say this, that if you're trying to get down here and rearrange them, you're going to have to scroll within the context here and get down through here, or actually pull it through here and then pop it down here. So it's one of the things that just for you to note. Then once you're done and you like the way it looks, you want to hit save on that. Otherwise, all your good work will be gone. So remember, you can rename the field. You can add or detract columns. Your rows, you can add a regular row that is non-collapsible, or you can add collapsible rows. You can rearrange fields, and you can drag and drop them from the field list or the field bank over here. And you can see how things look, especially if it's a drop down, how that would look as well. And then don't forget to save your work. So that's basically how a form editor works. And then basically the saved results will be when you're actually doing stuff here and you're updating it, it will show up. Alrighty, so that's all we got for this segment here. I hope you enjoyed that and it helps you very much. We'll see you in the next video.